guys, how are you? Andy Suku, founder and CEO of Y2K Credit Solutions. Today we have another consultation that we're going to share with you guys. And once in a while, I try to share these consultations with you guys so you can hear the conversation and how it goes between ourselves, the company, and the client, and their situation and what's going on with them and where they want to go. All of this is educational purposes and also to show you what makes Y2K different from every other company out there. Okay, so we're going to get on this conversation with this client. And we're gonna start it, and you hear what goes on, what's going on with the client's file. Right now, pulling up the client's credit report, and then we'll start the consultation. All right, you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thanks for holding. Okay, so now at 11:19 a.m., I'm gonna start the consultation on the record, and we're gonna go over all the issues that you have with your credit report. Okay, but before we do the consultation, I'm gonna go over some house rules with you, and then we'll start your consultation. Okay. First off, if you move forward with the case with Y2K Credit Solutions, you have to keep Score Navigator open for the duration of the case. This is how you're going to monitor your credit. You're going to see exactly what's going on with the file. You're going to see the negative items being fixed and your score going up. Therefore, there's no more paper reports that will be sent to your home. Everything is done digitally in our system, okay? And that also eliminates the error for fraud or any kind of information people getting a hold of your credit report or your information. So you have to keep Score Navigator open for the duration of the case. Second thing is, everything I go over with you today, you're going to receive in writing, including the notes and the scope of work for your case. We ask that you read all of our documentation in its entirety before you sign anything. We want to make sure you understand your responsibility and our responsibility towards your case, okay?
Sure.
The third thing is, we communicate via text, email, and phone call. We ask that you respond to all of our communication within 24 hours so we don't have a delay on your file, all right? And the last thing is, I will do your consultation, but there's a whole team behind the scenes that will be working with you. Once the case is over, I'll come back on the line and tie everything up for you, all right?
Yeah.
All right, you'll have an account manager, a debt settlement person, and the deletion department. So it's 3 departments you'll be working with, okay?
Okay.
All right, perfect. So now I'm logging into your credit report. Now, what is the reason for fixing your credit? What is it that you're trying to accomplish?
My brother is at the house, so I like to get the co-signer on my house.
So you want to be a co-signer on your home?
Yes, right now is my cousin's name, so I want to take out his name, her name, and put my name on it.
Okay, so right now, just so I can understand this, you have a home. Your brother's name is on the home. Your name is not on the home. So you want to put your name on the home and take his name off the home, correct?
No, not my cousin's name on the home, because actually right now my brother and my cousin's name on the home. So I like to take out my cousin's name off the home and put my name on it.
So you want to take your cousin's... Okay, so currently there's your brother and your cousin's name on the mortgage. You want to take your cousin's name off and add your name.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, do you want to add your name to the title or do you want to add your name to the mortgage?
On the mortgage.
Okay, so that means you're going to have to refi the mortgage and add your name on it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right? Okay, no problem. I got it. All right. Now, earlier I asked you, did you have someone try to fix your credit for you before or no?
Not exactly though.
Because when I run your social in the back end of the credit bureaus to see if you have any court records, lawsuits against you, it shows that someone was fixing his credit.
Okay.
So do you know who that company was or what they did or who was in there?
Probably I fixed one of the bill for the Midland Credit Bureau.
Okay. Okay.
I pay off that, so that's why they send the report to the problem, the credit report. Yeah, that's what probably happened.
Were they trying to sue you for that debt?
No.
Okay, no problem. All right, so I'm in your credit report now. Obviously, you're not in front of the credit report, so I don't know. Did you take a look at the credit report? Do you know exactly what's on there? Have you seen your scores?
Some of I know, like 569, 580, 567, the different 3 ones.
That's correct. So So this is, let me go over the scores with you. So you have Score Navigator. Score Navigator provides a Vantage score. There's two scoring models in the industry right now. There's FICO and Vantage. Everyone's heard the word FICO. What's my FICO score? MyFICO.com, all that stuff, right? So FICO is one scoring model. Vantage is the second one. Most banks are going to be transferring to Vantage scoring model at the end of this year because Vantage is more real time to show the banks all the errors. Okay. So in the Vantage score, you have TransUnion 568, Experian 585, and Equifax 569. In the Vantage score world, those are what we're going to work on building out for you. In the FICO score world, it's 574. Now, you don't see the FICO score in this credit report because it's the Vantage score model, but I calculated behind the scenes for you, and that's what I'm telling you. So the FICO is 574, the Vantage is 568, 585, 569, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Your name is there a middle initial or any abbreviation to your name, junior, senior?
No, none of those. Just a straight up Jamil.
Okay. All right. There's two different addresses on your credit report. Is the current one 161?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. 161 West 19th Street. I think that's the permanent address.
Got it.
On my ID also.
Okay. Let me make a note of this so they can code this and remove this for you. Okay. And you currently work at a pharmacy, correct?
Yeah, Rite Aid Pharmacy.
Okay. Oh, wow. They're still around? Rite Aid is still around?
No, they're almost done.
I know. I remember Rite Aid many years ago. Okay. So now I'm going to take. Are you a tech or are you Farm D?
No, I was a store manager.
Oh, okay.
Store manager. I apply on the post office. I have orientation on the post office on this month of 20th.
Oh, congrats, man. That's a big move.
Thank you. Yeah, I have to because I don't want to go retail no more.
Yeah, that's a good perks. All right, so now I'm going to take a credit report. We have an account for Synchrony American Eagle. That's a department store. That account is paid and closed, no issues there. Barclays Bank, you owe $7,000. What's going on with that account?
I closed that account, Barclays.
But it was charged off. You closed it with a balance. Did you resolve it or no?
Yeah, I resolved that issue with the Barclays.
Okay. When did you resolve it? How did you resolve it?
I paid the lump sum around, I'm talking about like 3-4 years ago.
Okay, so you did a settlement.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm asking you these questions, because once we code something on the credit report and we take it off, I don't want it to come back on in the future if there's a balance. That's why I'm asking you about these accounts in details.
Definitely. Definitely.
Because then we'll be doing the work twice, and we don't want to do the work twice.
Yeah.
Now, you said you paid a settlement, right? Do you remember how much you paid and how did you pay it?
Together, I know I paid like $3,000 for that.
Okay, so you did a settlement for $3,000. Good. So now the negative is still on the credit report. And this is where we come in to remove it off the credit report, okay? So we're going to remove Barclays Bank for you. Capital One, your credit limit is $3,000. Your balance is $2,900. You're losing 40 points for this. You're losing 40 points for this because you're at the credit limit. Basically, you're maxed out on the credit. So you need to bring this balance down to 30% before we finish this case so you can get the 40 points back, okay? Now, that's not something for us to fix. That's just educational purpose, I'm telling you, okay?
Yeah.
All right, next account is Bank of America. That's paid, closed, no issues there. TJ Maxx. That account is open with a balance? Or is it closed?
It should have nothing on that.
But it's open, correct?
Yeah. It's like the $100. It's a department card. Like
I know.
those cards.
Do you still use it or no?
Once I go there, I use it. I don't want to close it. So that somebody told me to close it and affect on your credit card.
Well, no, you don't close the card. You pay it off and leave it, let it close to due to inactivity by the bank by itself. However, the reason why I'm asking you about this is because there's one late payment on there. In order to remove this one late payment, you would have to pay the card off and close so you can remove the account off the credit report. The reason why I say this is because if you're going to fix the credit, fix it the right way all the way. because in the future, when you try to apply for credit cards, this late payment will affect you. You will get denied for derogatory information on your credit report. Since it's a small account, it's a department store card, it's a subprime bank card, the credit limit is only $100. It's really not doing, and you're not really gaining anything on this card. So I would tell you zero the balance out and close it within the next 30 days, and then we're going to remove it off the credit report. Also, when you're going to rebuild your credit, you want to rebuild it with prime credit cards. You don't want subprime cards. You don't want all these, because then it keeps you in a category of what kind of credit you can get. So you don't want these cards on your credit report. So my recommendation would be pay it off and close it, and let's remove it off the credit report because of that late payment. But essentially, I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm sorry, it shows like the balance on my TJ Maxx card.
It says 232, but I think you paid this off already. I think you have a zero balance.
Yeah, I paid off.
Okay, no problem. Bank of America, $16,398. Is this
that went to the state, and I already talked to state. They were taking out from my employer, so I got settlement with that. But the state Suffolk, the Suffolk went to the Suffolk County.
Wait, what do you mean it went to the state? Did Bank of America sue you for this account?
Yeah, they went to the county, Suffolk County.
So they went to Supreme Court. You had a case. Hold on one second. Let me check something for you. Hold on one second.
Sure.
I'm actually running back your social in the public record so I can see what this judgment was about. Hold on. So you do have, so there is a judgment in court for you, a default judgment that I'm seeing right here. Now, did you go to the court? Did you show up to court?
No, I didn't go to court, no.
So basically, the Bank of America got a default judgment for $16,000 in the full amount plus interest.
Yeah.
Correct? 1 second. Did you, and so they're doing a wage garnishment on you currently?
Not now.
Okay. So what, did you pay the bill off or no?
No, not yet.
So you still, because the court case is still showing open.
Yeah, I still gotta, once I start the post office, then I have to start paying every week. Tenth of my gross pay.
It's 17% of your gross pay weekly. Now here's what we're gonna do. Because it's a court case, we'll get a copy of your judgment from court. We'll request a copy from the clerk's office. We're gonna answer your summons and complaints, and we're gonna do a settlement on this. You don't want them to do a wage garnishment. You do not want a wage garnishment because it's 17% plus interest. By the time you finish paying this debt off, you have paid $32,000.
Oh, wow.
You don't want that. And you don't want this to go to post office because then the payroll company is going to see that you have a wage garnishment. I don't know how that's going to look, that you're being sued and you're being garnished. So we can open back this case for you in court, answer it, and our attorney will go to court for you, and then we could settle this debt for you, and you'll make a payment on the set. We'll do like 3 or 4 payment plan, 3 or 4 months of payment on this debt for you. So if we settle this debt, right now you're at $16,398. I have to get the updated numbers from court because there's 9% interest weekly added to this. The court granted Bank of America interest as well. So you probably owe more than this, but we have to reach out to their attorney to get the updated numbers. And then we're going to settle on that debt. So hypothetically, let's just say, argument's sake, let's put it at $17,000. At $17,000, you're looking at a payout of $9,350. However, that's on the high side. That number has room to come down a little lower than that. Obviously, the more money we save, it stays in your pocket. It doesn't come to us. Right now, we're budgeting you for $9,000, and that's contingent of whatever interest they have added to this debt. But once we settle this debt in court, we have the stipulation and the agreement put into stipulation, and you sign it, and both parties are happy with it. Then we're going to have the judgment vacate out of court because you cannot put your name on a mortgage when you have a public record. You will not get a mortgage because when they run title, this is going to show up. You won't be able to get a mortgage. So this has to be resolved and taken out of court before you can apply for the mortgage. That's the second thing I want to tell you about that.
Okay.
Okay, so Have you been speaking to Bank of America or their attorneys?
No.
Okay, no problem. So we'll handle it from here. You just don't speak to them. Don't communicate with them, okay?
Gotcha.
All right. We're going to send them power of attorney on your behalf, and then we'll have them move all communication to our office, and we'll take it from here. All right, next account. Let's go down the line here. American Express. Same situation as Capital One. The balance is high. You need to bring it down. And honestly, this account, you should just zero it out. It's such a small balance and a small credit limit. You should just, every time you use this card, you should just pay it off in full if you can.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't carry a balance on this card. Because little things like this is what you're losing points on your credit report for. Okay? All right. Citibank, that's fine. No issues. JCPenney, that's fine. No issues. Another Citibank Flex card, no issues. Another American Express, no issues. Another Macy's account, Macy's account, CBNA, no issues. JP Morgan Chase, no issues. Now, all these credit cards are closed.
Some of this closed, so I
Okay.
don't have to pay it. Like, I'm not using no more. I learned my lesson hard way, bro.
But no, this is the problem though. You need to use credit to build your credit up. And the thing is, I'm looking at your report. You had a lot of prime credit cards, which means you had a lot of good credit cards. So once you finish fixing your credit, we're gonna want to reopen back some of these cards, like your Citi Gold, your Chase Preferred. These are good cards. So you want to have, the limits are pretty high, opposed to $100 limit you have with TJ Maxx. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, 100%.
the good thing about it is that when you had these cards, you paid them on time. You don't have a bad relationship with them, so it'll be easy to reopen these cards once your score gets back to a 740. Because that's the credit score that's JP Morgan Chase, Citibank, Discover, Barclay. Those are the score that they want you to have in order for them to approve these cards. So this is good, and this is good information and how we're going to rebuild the credit in the future. JP Morgan Chase,
Yeah.
Citi is good. Synchrony Network, that's fine. Paid and closed, no issues. We'll leave that alone. Models, that we're going to remove off of the credit report because that has some negative remarks on it. Models is closed, right? That store is closed.
Yeah. Long time.
Yeah, it used to be on Jamaica Avenue.
Yeah.
All right, Models we're going to remove. Synchrony Old Navy, Citi, another Citi card. Wow, you have some good credit, man. And you had a good relationship with these banks, so we're gonna be able to save all of these relationships that you have for the future. Then also, when we finish fixing your credit, you only need 3 credit cards, and we're gonna tell you what credit cards to apply for and how to use them, how to cycle them. Okay? It's not just swipe and pay, swipe and pay. That's not how it works. So we'll teach you all that when we finish this case. Children Place, we're gonna remove that as well. That has some derogatories on it. Wells Fargo National Bank. You have a charge-off account for $3,200. Was that resolved?
No.
Okay, no problem. So we're gonna do a settlement, and then we're gonna obtain the rights to remove it off of the credit report. So let me explain to you what happens, how this works.
Yeah.
Every debt has a paper trail. When you have this account, Wells Fargo Bank, this account was opened in 2016. In 2019, you went derogatory. For whatever reason happened. Maybe it's COVID, because that's around COVID time. You probably couldn't pay it.
Yeah.
But between 2016 and 2019, you weren't walking into Wells Fargo Bank and paying this credit card. You were paying it over online or over the phone through your checking account, correct?
Yeah.
So that's a digital paper trail. So you can't go and say, oh, this is not my account. Well, if it's not your account, who was paying it for X amount of times, right? Now,
Yeah.
as a debt settlement company, what Y2K is, once we settle the debt, we negotiate the rights to take it off of your report. The rights to that final report, it comes over to our firm. So we're the one going to remove it. So opposed to you settling the debt, you see how you settled, let me go back here. You saw how you settled Barclays Bank for $3,500, but it's still sitting on your credit report for 7 years?
Yeah.
So you don't want that. And that's where we come in. Once we settle the debt and it gets updated to the credit bureaus, then we remove it off the credit report. And so we make it 7 years, 5 months, basically. That's just a normal case. I'm not saying that's That's how your case is going to be. But that's just normally how it works, or how long a case will take in our office, I should say. So that's why the clients have a responsibility to this debt. You can't just say it's not yours. And it's not fraud, because if it was fraud, who would have been paying it so long out of your checking account? Same account number, same checking account number. Like, there's so much digital paper trail. All right. So that's why we have to settle the debt, have a solution to the problem, and then we can remove it. So Wells Fargo, we're going to remove, settle and remove. 1 second here. The Home Depot, no issues there. That's fine. Wells Fargo, no issues here. Discover, no issues. Discover, this account is open currently, correct?
Yeah.
Same situation. The balance is high. You got to bring this balance down to 30%. Okay. JP Morgan Chase, paid close, no issues. Raymore Flanagan, you owe them $6,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you spoken to them or did any kind of settlement arrangements with them?
No.
Okay, no problem. So we'll take care of it for you. We'll reach out to them, do the settlement, and then we're going to negotiate the payment terms and so forth. Macy's, your credit limit is $1,900. You owe $2,200. You're over the credit limit. That needs to come down.
Yeah.
Okay. So the things that I'm telling you that you need to do, these are just mistakes that's on your part that's hurting your score. That could be avoided. So we got to take care of those. Those are things for you to do, okay? The settlements and removing all the derogatories, that's what Y2K is going to take care of. Community Bank Century 21, that's fine, no issues. Best Buy, no issues. Synchrony, Old Navy, no issues. Lincoln AFS, loan, no issues. Toyota Motor Credit. Your car's Toyota Motor Credit?
Which one?
Toyota Motor Credit, that's the current lease you have?
Yeah, that's the car.
Okay, no problem.
Bank. Yeah.
SBNA, another auto loan, that's fine. American Honda, that's fine, paid off close. Midland Credit, the Midland you took care of already, you paid it, right?
Yeah, I did that take care of, yeah.
No problem. And it's still reporting, so we're going to remove that off your credit report for you. Credit. All right. All right, so let's go over these numbers. Right now, you're at $26,200 in debt. Those are what you owe. One with your lawsuit, Wells Fargo, or Raymore Flanagan. Those three debt comes out to $26,200. Your settlement amount, right now, we're budgeting you for $14,000, $14,410. However, that number is on the high side. There's room for that number to come down lower than that. Okay? Right now, we're just budgeting you for $14,000. Now, how long do you think it'll take you to pay $14,000? Even though we know that number is coming down lower than that.
If you give me 2 weeks, I could tell you the exact time how long it's gonna take me to pay.
Okay. Now, the longer you take, the longer it takes to fix this credit, the longer it takes to get the mortgage. Keep that in mind. Okay.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Do you think 5 months will be sufficient to fix this file, to pay off this debt so we can clean this file up? Do you think 5 months is sufficient for you?
Say that again?
Do you think 5 months is sufficient for you?
No, 5 months will be too far.
It's too long?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think? 90 days for you to pay $14,000?
No, I'm gonna pay less than that.
Okay, that's fine. Hold on 1 second. So I'll put 5 months on the calendar for this case. Obviously, if we get the case done sooner, we'll chop down time, right? We'll get the case done in 9 days. But just for argument's sake and not to put your back against the wall, we'll put 5 months on the calendar for the case, completely from beginning to end, okay? That includes handling your judgment, going to court, vacating the judgment, the whole 9 yards. The whole 9 yards, okay? So 5 months. Okay, so
let me ask you, when should I able to put my name on the market?
I'll tell you right now. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Here's the situation. Once you finish fixing his credit, your score is going to go from a 574 to 1 second. Just by fixing the derogatories, your score is going to go from a 574 to 698. That's going to be your new score, okay?
Okay.
Now, if you pay off those credit card balances that I told you about within the next 90 days, by the time we finish this case with the 698, and you're going to get another 60 points back on your credit report, you'll be at a 757. At a 757, you can do the mortgage. So to answer your question, right now the case is 5 months. If it takes 5 months, on the 6 months, you can do the mortgage. If the case takes 90 days, depending on you and how fast you pay your settlements, in 4 months, you can put your name on the mortgage. The faster you move, the faster we move. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, 100% makes sense.
Okay, 1 second.
What I need from you, if you don't mind, whenever you have a time, can you send me this on the email like this?
Well, this is going to be in your contract. All this is going to be in your contract. Hold on 1 second. Let me finish up the Consultation, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Hold on 1 second. Whew. All right, guys. So you heard what a consultation in detail sounds like. The client has lawsuits. We're going to represent him. He has a wage garnishment going into play. He's going to start working for the post office. You don't want a wage garnishment to go to the post office. So basically, you heard a whole consultation. You heard the client's questions. You heard my answers. You heard how I explained the credit report to the client. And that's one thing I want to let you guys know. Find another company in this industry that will sit there and do a consultation the way we do it. 99.99% of these companies, especially these Instagram companies, all they say, you don't have to pay this. We could fix that without even looking at a credit report. Go back to who you did consultations with and see if they did it. If they've ever done a consultation in the depths that we do our consultation with our clients. See if they have access to public records. See if they have access to the credit bureaus to see that they can tell that someone else worked in your credit report before. Look at all the access we have, and you heard it between our client, us speaking to the client. So, like I tell people, you'll never find another Y2K in this industry. There can never be a duplicate of Y2K because if you didn't work for the credit bureaus, you can't be Y2K. You're just a business in a box reselling all this nonsense on social media. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions, comments, this is a 30-minute consultation, and the video is about 30 minutes as well. If you have any questions, comments, leave it downstairs. I'll get back to you. If you have issues with your credit, reach out to us, 516-568-4541. Schedule a consultation. I'm going to wrap up this consultation with the client and take it from there. Talk to you soon. Have a good day.